3.
I am hungry.
2.
I felt it in my stomach.
I was about to speak that.
You was hungry too?
No, I was about to do the intro.
Oh, man, I'm
said that I'm
starving.
hungry.
Have you done the intro?
No. You know what it is, the Front Left podcast, Front Left of All Conversations. You got myself, Tezza, and I'm joined with
Tricky Trey.
Josh, LFTS.
And we have 2 special guests in the building today.
Come
Yes.
So,
you rap.
Go on, obviously.
We got Yemi first of all. He's
you know what it
being.
is, you know the vibes.
Oh, and
Straight,
you
know
brought
the
it in.
vibes.
And then we've got a new guest joining us today, man like Bobby.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Hey, man actually came with that deep.
That Barry White. You know the vibes, man.
I see Yams come in, I was like, let's connect.
No,
Yeah,
of
man.
course.
So if people don't really know Bobby is in Hollyoaks. He's an actor.
He is.
He's you know what? Yeah, he's a black British actor, which you need to give props to because
True. I appreciate that.
no, for real, man. Like being a
black.
black British actor on soaps is a small minority as well for Asian actors in soaps as well. Because I remember, because I'm a diehard EastEnders fan.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
mean, I'm from London, fam.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So they used to have like one
That's what
family
we used to watch.
who were Indian, and then one family who were black.
Yeah.
And then 100 cast is white. Like, this is not our true representation.
Especially if it's based in London as
Yeah.
well.
But I'm saying EastEnders was East End. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, when you look at London, like London's big, bro.
Yeah.
It's big. Like there is that type of East End out there where it's just there's just more whites than blacks, black people than white people, or white people than black people kind of thing. But
Yeah.
one thing about Hollyoaks is like you can see that if there is any soap out there, they're really making an effort
Just to make it
try and
diverse.
touch on everything
Yeah.
properly. There's that they're really, you know what I'm saying? Like they're really
I
trying.
swear, I'd like to think that's what Hollyoaks is known for. Quite a lot of people that I've spoken to have said that there is like a good representation of, obviously, equality and stuff, but also what's going on in society as well.
Yeah, I'd say that. But to be fair, like I used to, when it was soaps, it was EastEnders.
Yeah,
That's what I used to watch.
Facts.
I was all, and then I went off soaps.
Yeah.
And then only when the opportunity came, I thought, let me try and see what's going on.
Something else.
But then the storyline was deep because it was like it was the far right coming in and they were affecting the Asian family in there.
Yeah.
So I was like, they're actually doing current things
Affairs,
that
yeah.
are really important in this country. So I was like, I could actually kind of just jump to the opportunity, and do you know what? It's paid off.
That's good.
It's paid
I remember
off.
Hollyoaks back in the day where it had that thing with the back.
The big back?
Yeah. No, fam. Trey knows. So we was watching. It was me and Trey, and I was in the gaff.
Was she on the mobile?
Yeah, it was
I was going to
Mobos.
say, we worked there.
Oh shit,
Yeah. Did you work it? Because me and Trey were watching on TV,
I worked
and
at
I was
the
like,
episode.
my mum was next to us, and then she was introducing it
Jenny
from.
Metcalf, innit?
Yeah. And then
Mercedes.
That's the one.
She's still there.
And no wonder me and Trey were like, yeah. My mum looked at me like, oh. Trey was giggling. I was like,
She was in trouble, man.
So how long ago was that when you watched?
yo, there was time ago now, because we were still in school then.
Like
We were-
2011.
Nah, we wasn't. It was like 2010, because we were still in like college sixth form days.
Yeah, because we still work.
Yeah,
2011,
yeah.
2011, yeah.
That was a minute. Man.
About
Yeah, it was
2011
long.
times.
She's
serious.
still doing good.
She's still there.
Spectacular.
And
And
she's
then,
she's going gym. She's doing everything proper.
Boy,
do you
the
know what I'm
back
saying?
on that mobile, whatever she was wearing. Because I
I
had to.
said the back. What were you? Which place is the Mobos?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Mobos.
Yeah, because they did the mobiles, but they had it in
the arena,
in the
really?
Echo Arena in Liverpool. So they had like bare different acts and
Stop
everyone was
it.
there.
Yeah. But then I had to
Okay.
Google it later. I was like, it wasn't a true representation.
I'm actually so dead.
But,
It's mad, yeah. That it's mad that you can have this. I could have been in this conversation just like last year and been saying the same thing. But it's mad because like, I might even see it at work.
Yeah.
Because like the mobile, I didn't even know like Hollyoaks. That's mad. That you've seen the show from back. So I think every day goes on and I realise like this is like I'm doing all right now.
Yeah.
Because
You got like a lot of young people who watch Hollyoaks, because I can imagine, like, I know EastEnders has a broader demographic, but I've always considered Hollyoaks is for the younger ones. So it's kind of between, I don't really hear people who are 40 saying they watch Hollyoaks to
Yeah.
where people 40 say I watch Coronation Street. And then people when we was in school, a bit older, they watch Hollyoaks. It's like that kind of demographic. Who are the ones that spot you the most? Is it younger or the older ones? So from my opinion, I think it's younger.
it's younger,
Yeah.
but a lot of the younger cast members get noticed a lot by the younger ones because it's more relatable. Like I do get seen, probably noticed more, but I mean, I think more time it's when like I'm out.
Yeah.
But it's more, I guess it's people slightly older than me. I'm 27.
Okay.
So it's like around 30 or something like that, around that age. So they would probably been watching it for years type thing.
Yeah.
And they're about that age. But I think when I'm with certain cast members, if we're just out, then I understand. It's like, we can't go JD.
Because there's some cast members who've been there, like,
That's what I'm saying.
not even just on Hollyoaks, they've been on other
So
things.
that's what I'm saying. I'm in the show, yeah. I would like to think I'm popular in the show, yeah. But the fact is, when you're with certain people, you see.
I get what you mean, yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So if I'm going JD with Billy with the big bad bills,
Billy.
yeah,
And
Big
Owen,
bad bills,
oh
and
my
Owen,
God.
yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
Celebs.
That's the first time I
It's
ever
actually
experienced.
mad,
That's the
you know.
first time
Oh,
I ever
yeah?
experienced it. Yeah, that's the first time. I
Bro,
experienced it.
I've been out
remember-
with you, man, before.
I
with
remember
them,
one
but-
time, I don't know, Owen must have put me on his story or something. Like, I think I must have just like tagged him or something. And then, like the next day, I had like a message off one of his fan accounts saying, "Oh, can you please speak to Owen to try and get me?" I was like, "This is rap." This has never happened to me before.
swear, like that?
Yeah.
So
it's
these
crazy.
are actually like celebrities.
Fan accounts and
yeah.
stuff like that. It's
Mad.
mad. Yeah.
That's different.
So has that like affected you? Like, have you almost found yourself thinking, wow, like, not like almost imposter syndrome, but thinking like I have to be like this person so other people can like relate to me, or you just take it as it comes, like
I'll
you're
be so
yourself?
real. I haven't even really had an opportunity to really like let. If people want to say I'm famous now, well, I haven't felt it.
Yeah.
Because COVID happened, so everyone was just inside, and then when I go to certain places, I'm more of it. I'm an in and out guy.
Yeah.
So I've never really felt it like that. Someday I get noticed at certain places, but I feel like I know people that are in the industry. I know people that are musicians as well. So I've seen I've seen the little things where certain places someone might recognize you and stuff like that. So it's really just, I see it as an appreciation thing when I see it. So I've never really taken it as fame.
Yeah.
Like that. Nor have I even like really. I mean, certain places, certain times, it's weird. Like, oh my God, like this is mad. And when you're from London, yeah, it's like, I'm saying, is anyone from London here?
No,
You
we're
from up here?
we're from Liverpool, yeah.
You've been London.
Yeah, plenty, yeah.
And you will say London people are salty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we don't.
The more reserved, more-
everyone
London people
lives
are
miserable in
entitled.
London. It's not our fault.
Nah, that is. You got London
it is,
people
man.
mentality.
But that's cool.
There's
But
a
like, you know what I'm
whole-
saying? Like,
there's a-
like I was so baffled when I came here. Yeah, I literally was standing in town. Well, town. I say town now because I'm up here, but the centre where John Lewis and that was. Yeah, and 3 couples just came up and asked me if I needed help
Oh, because you look lost.
just because I looked lost.
Yeah.
Has
Liverpool's
that ever
good
happened
like
to me
that
in London
stuff.
before?
Yeah.
I mean, in London, they'll just look at you like nothing's going on.
They've
You
not
just-
barged into me. That's what's
go about
happening.
your
So the
business.
fact that I saw, I was like, what? So
Yeah.
when people are doing that up here, I kind of think that everyone's kind of nice up here anyway.
Yeah.
And so but I haven't really like felt a type of way where I've had to feel like I've had to change anything differently. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we've been out. So I'm saying like
Yeah,
I'm pretty much don't.
Just you're the same.
I don't actually know how to act right now because nothing's really impacted me to
Yeah,
make me
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
wow.
So is that the same with like online as well, or like were you like yourself and then you blew up a bit and then you started to get more traction, or was it like has it always been kind of the same?
Nah, the online was a shock.
Was it a
But
shock?
that was,
Yeah.
because like my first episode, I just saw followers like that in a second. And I was like, whoa.
Mad.
My phone was like, it was like freezing. I was
Yeah.
like, what's going on? And then it was just overwhelming when I started getting like fan accounts. That's when I realized, okay, there's
you know.
like, there's fans. And they're so sweet as well. Like, it's mad how like some people make videos, collages, all sorts of things, yeah. And I'm just like, they're actually taking the time to do this. So they must really like my character or something. And I'm like, that's when I feel like, oh my gosh, this is mad. But it's also good to know that I'm actually fulfilling someone else as well by just like saying that. A lot of people are like, right, you're actually like okay, like nice and real person. I'm like, that's a good thing there. I'm acting, you know what I'm saying?
See, I always thought like actors, you know, when you meet them, are they putting on an act like all the time, or like is it hard being an actor yourself to distinguish, you know, who's being genuine to you and
Facts.
you know,
Facts. I mean, people. This is mad because my friend recently was like, she basically said to me, I don't even know if I could, if I even really believe you. I was like, why? Because you're an actor, you lie for a living. I was like,
you lie for a living, you know.
I was like, I mean, that's mad.
Yeah.
It's mad. But I guess I'm being someone else. You know what I'm saying? I'm not myself on the thing. So to say it like that's mad, but I was like, that's a crazy statement.
Yeah.
I get where she's coming from though.
I can
get it, I get it.
I get the
Element of
phrase.
truth in
I
that
get the
story,
phrase.
yeah,
Just,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you're being a different character every time you do something. But I guess there are certain people that they can't really. Well, I mean, it can get to their head. I'm new in the game. Like I haven't really met everyone there is to be there, but I can tell you now, everyone I've met in Hollyoaks has been A1, which is that's one thing that is I wouldn't say it's rare, but you never really expect to get on with everyone who you work with.
Yeah.
Of course.
You don't necessarily expect like certain people. You think you're gonna get there. There's gonna be like the alpha and da 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 da. And if you don't like someone, don't like you, might get something like that.
It's politics and stuff.
Since I've been there, it's been smooth sailing.
That's good.
And that's testament to them, man. Really, you know what I'm saying, like they could have been anything with me in there, but
How long you been there for now?
been there a year.
That's good.
It's quick.
Been there
That's
a year.
actually
It's gone
good.
quickly, but I guess that's COVID.
Take
and
this
that,
like that. There was one brother who used to be on Hollyoaks. I think he's the biggest one to ever come out of there now. The light skinned Don.
Yeah, he's on American Gods.
Yeah, American Gods is trash.
Would you?
I'm not a fan of
Yeah,
American Gods.
yeah,
What's
But-
American
but
Gods, though?
but-
Because I don't think I've seen it.
It's on Amazon Prime.
But
yeah.
it was a bit. It's a bit.
What
mad
is it,
to
like
me.
a drama? Or?
No, it's about like they taking like deities and they got what's that guy? The guy who plays
from
he's a great
John
actor.
Wick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
John Wick. He's the.
Is this on Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
He's
No,
no,
Keanu Reeves.
he's such a good actor.
He's he
find his
plays the person who tells him what to do when he gets the phone call. He's the old.
I've
He's the
never
old
seen
man.
John Wick like that, so I can't tell you. But
seen
the
John
guy,
Wick?
I've never seen it. But the guy who's the main god, he's a great actor.
Okay.
A very good
Wow.
actor.
I haven't really.
But I watched it and I watched the second season, and the everything about it was a bit mad. But I rate the guy because his transition, like I used to watch him on Hollyoaks.
I rate him. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's a big production. Do you know what I'm saying? So
like you see his growth. Like man was on Footballers' Wives. No, was it Footballers' Wives? It was. No.
Oh, I know what
Dream-
you're talking about. The one from Dream Team.
Yeah, Dream
Yeah,
Team.
yeah, yeah.
He's
I
on
remember
Dream Team.
Dream Team was the
Yeah.
one
Back in the day on a
Sky
Sunday.
Channel, yeah.
So on Sunday.
That used to
Listen.
bang.
Aye.
Dream Team. let me
Yeah,
find his
yeah,
name.
yeah. proper, man,
That was
like-
cold
What do you
stuff.
mean?
That was very
I
cold.
forgot what it was.
If you know, you know, man.
Yeah.
If you know, you
I
know.
always get.
I forgot his
Sky
name,
One.
but yo, I'm thinking that's memories. That
Yeah,
man.
raw talk.
That was actual
Real talk.
memories. Footballers' Wives was banging too.
That's
Shout out to them.
right. Natalie
Ricky Whittle.
Emmanuel.
Is that his
right?
name?
No, the girl. Have you remember this one from Hollyoaks?
Namdi Emmanuel with Afro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what-
She was in Fast and the Furious. She was
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Did she start
Game
from
of Thrones.
Hollyoaks?
Bro.
Yeah, she started
What?
from Hollyoaks.
Where?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's
I
my
watched
never
I watched
seen
the
this.
program on it the other day, and I was
Fire as well.
That's mad.
I was shocked to see that like she started from. Because I was looking at it thinking, she looks
Oh,
familiar.
yeah. I've seen this chicken Fast and Furious. Yeah.
This
is-
is coming at the
that's
end.
the guy.
Yeah,
the last
yeah,
couple.
yeah, yeah.
But still, that's
okay.
See the transition.
That's
you see
wavy
them-
though.
You see them grow, and then
How long was she in Hollyoaks for?
I'm not too sure. This was a while before I was there. I got there.
That's mad.
I got there. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, going to like the kind of the beginning of your kind of career and start, was acting always on the cards? Did you think, when you were
I was
younger?
literally going to ask the same question.
you gonna
as
ask the
well,
same
like,
question?
how did acting?
Yeah, how did it come about?
Nah, like how did it
What kind of friend
start?
are you? So say again.
So basically,
what
like,
happened?
was
How did it happen?
Yeah, how did it start? Was it always something like? Did you grow up thinking like, I want to be in the creative fields and I want to be?
I always wanted to be Will Smith.
I swear,
Yeah.
that was like your role model.
Like I remember. Well, I mean, in terms of like acting and
Yeah.
stuff like that, everyone just saw me lots of similarities when I was with mannerisms and whatever when I was younger and stuff like that. And then, but back in the day, I don't know if I subconsciously always wanted to perform, but I used to watch the Michael Jackson Victory. Is it called Victory? It was this video set, yeah, and it had all of his music videos in it.
I had the
And
same one.
What's it called? History.
History. Yeah.
Baddest thing you
Sick.
ever see, bro.
The danger-
Every single video goes into each other, yeah.
The
and it
Dangerous
becomes-
one's my favorite. Where he was on the stage
Yeah, Dangerous
and,
is- yeah.
and he has like 20 backup dancers, and then he's got the red glove and everyone else has got the white glove, and then he changes. That's sick.
I just loved the transition from how Smooth Criminal coming, because I always just tried to do that lean thing and always fall when I was younger.
Yeah.
But that was when I always used to play that and just copy the dance moves and all
Okay,
this,
yeah.
all the time. I was just like, and then that was just like, yeah, this is sick. And I was dancing and stuff like that. I always be the guy dancing in like circles, that's like the discos and shit.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Let me not swear.
I can say, go, Bobby. Go.
And then what happened was, I was, shout out to Marlon Prince. This was my drama teacher, and he asked me if I wanted to be in his play outside of school, and it was interesting. It was called Dragon's Creed, and I played this character called Bo, and I was this military figure, head of the army type thing, and then we did it, and then I got put in the paper, and then I was like, oh, this is mad. I didn't even think really it was that many people came to see it anyway, but I was in the local paper for it, yeah? And I was like, this is a bit crazy. And then my godfather's cousin is an agent. So I went and spoke to her, and she kind of just was like, look, I don't really do this, but I've heard that you can act from a good source. So at the end of the day, I'll put you through some things. If it works, it works. If it works, if it doesn't, at least you could say you tried, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then within 2 auditions, I got. Do you ever watch Youngers?
Yeah.
I was in Younger. I was in the first 2 episodes. I was the guy that slapped him in the. I was the guy that slapped
Mad,
him.
I'm gonna watch
Youngers.
Youngers.
Watch it as well.
You know.
I slapped the main. I had 2 little sections. I slapped the main character, drove off, and then I was in the second episode, and I was about to walk in with my girl band, and I get arrested out the club. If you can remember, I was in the first 2 episodes. But it's small, but I was like, oh.
It's still big though.
No, but it was enough for me to be like, this is what I want to do type thing. And then the thing with acting is like, you got to have a lot of belief in yourself.
Yeah.
Because I've been knocked down more times than I've been doing this 10 years now. And most of them have been no.
So Hollyoaks was like your main big breakthrough kind of thing, yeah.
Hollyoaks, like, changed my life.
Yeah, because I remember you telling me the story about you having to audition to get into Hollyoaks, and I was just like, that alone is just.
Go on, tell us about that.
It's mad.
Do you know what? I won't say too much because I don't want people to know what's good if they watch this to know what to expect.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But they're they are looking for a particular type. If they're looking for a character, they will go through the stages to make sure you are that person. Like they know what they're doing in terms of their casting. So it's a great opportunity if you get it, because it will test how much you can what you need to do type thing. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then so what was the question again? Is it how I got into it?
Yeah, how did you get into it? Like, how was the beginning?
Yeah, so basically I'm saying you got to have a lot of belief, because I had a lot more no's, and at one point I just was like, I told my parents by a certain age, if I don't work with this acting thing, I'll get a real job. So I went to uni, didn't do acting, I did marketing.
Okay.
Finished it, was like, I'm out now, I'm out in the field now, what's going on? And a lot of the people I knew back in the day who didn't go uni and started and just kept on doing it. Some were in a better position and some weren't, and I was just starting again. So I was just like, I've wasted years kind of thing. But at the same time, I didn't. Like, uni was a good time. If anyone's listening to me, go to uni, innit?
I always say this, you know.
It's a life. It's not just about the academics. It's about the life.
Like
the life changing
you
experience.
need to get out the house, innit? You need to learn how to just survive.
Life lessons.
Life lessons.
To
And
live on your own
freedom
for a
is
bit as
different.
well.
I mean, like, I don't go to uni in the same city. What should we do that
I
for?
think that's stupid.
That's
anything
the worst
you
one.
want.
Nah, you got leave.
Yeah.
Leave.
Where did you
Go
go
as
uni?
far as possible.
I went Bristol.
Okay.
I went in Bristol, and that was a good time.
Okay.
Bristol's fun.
Bristol's fun. Bristol's fun. So yeah, and then I went there. Then I've been modelling for years as well.
Okay.
And
At
that
the same time as
So basically, modelling was basically helping me pay the bills and stuff like that. And then it would be little things where a job might just be able to last me 6 months or something like that. But it wasn't cutting all the time. I wasn't a fashion model. I was more commercial.
right. Okay.
So when you're getting like Calvin Klein campaigns or that, I wasn't that guy. The biggest thing I ever did was I did the Nivea commercial.
Oh,
which
okay.
was
That's still big.
No, listen.
Don't try and play that. No, man said, man, try and come on a humble team.
Listen.
Oh,
Don't need Nivea, you know what I mean?
just light. Just light. You know what
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, Nivea was the biggest thing I got from modelling, which was I've been modelling before I got Hollyoaks, or before I really just stopped doing it for over the last 2 years. So what was paying me since I was like 17, 18 was that. So it would be little jobs here and there, but it was more things where I showed my personality as opposed to just in a frame. So those were the jobs that worked, but those weren't the jobs that were always coming my way all the time. So I took time. I was trying to act, but again, I just wasn't going to all the auditions all the time, and it depends on who you're represented by. It depends on a lot of factors. Like I'll be very grateful to my first agent, because them lot, they showed me the paces, they showed me what it was, and they put me in the room with some ridiculous people. I just wasn't working as much as I thought I was. So maybe that's testament to how ready I was at the time, or wherever it may be. But I chose to leave just so I could try. I wanted to just get back in the mud again, just like really see if I actually love doing this. And also, like, I need to be ready. Like, I can't just, I don't want to just be a novice going into something. I actually want to have some sort of knowledge going into the game, kind of thing. So then I ended up going to Identity for a year. So that's the same. Have you heard of Identity?
No.
It's an acting school in Brixton. They got another campus in East. And that's where John Boyega and Letitia Wright came from.
Okay, yeah. I heard
And
it,
that was basically where I said I was going to
Wait,
go. I
but
was like,
John Boyega's been doing this thing for time. Man was in Attack of the Block.
but
Yeah,
that's
but
what
he's
he
like
was.
the same age
Yeah,
as
he
us.
was at Identity at the time. I
Was he?
believe.
I thought he was like bare younger in Attack of the Block. When did
Yeah,
that
he
come out?
was young, but
He
I
was
mean,
young then, but I'm saying John Boyega's like the same age as us.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Mad.
So at the same, when you watched it,
Oh yeah,
he was the same
he
age.
must be.
Wait, how old are you?
We're 27
Okay,
now.
calm. Yeah, so right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he's the same age.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is
just
mad.
that when we watched it, it would have been filmed previous, do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I get you.
So we might have watched it 17 or whatever, but he would have done it when he was 15 or
Yeah,
something.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
I think
Yeah.
he's the same age because he was in the same class as my co-star, who plays my sister in Hollyoaks,
Okay.
which is mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is mad.
Crazy.
Shout out Andrea. That's my people's man.
Shout out, Andrea.
That's my people. That's my people.
I don't know, but shout out.
Listen, shout out, man. So yeah, then I went there for a year, and then I got with a new agent in like December, and I said, let's give it 6 months, see what happens.
So, do you know when you're like switching agents, is
Yeah.
that your decision?
It could be anything.
Or is
You
it
may
like-
not be working, so they get rid of you. Or if
Oh,
it's
so
a
yeah?
thing for you. I mean, it could, like, you have to understand, if a relationship doesn't go the way you hope, it's the person who doesn't like what's happening who probably cuts ties. That's with love or work, anything. Like, the person who's not happy is probably the person who would probably offload the problem, right?
Yeah.
So look, if I'm not happy with my agent, then I should probably find someone who would more suit me.
Yeah.
She's got someone on her books, it's me, and I'm not really cutting it, but she needs space or she needs to give her time to other people. it's best you just part ways.
Yeah.
So it can go either way. It just depends on, again, how confident you are with yourself and the situation you're in. I think you have to be very tactical in this game as well, because, I mean, social media is about, and it's been strong for many, many years now. And this is the time where anyone could be anyone they want. You can see models and actors popping out the woodwork out of everywhere. Literally out of everywhere. So regardless of how, if you've been training 10 years, 20 years, someone's been training 3 months or just been done one video, but a director was like, that is exactly the person that I thought of or dreamt about as this character. So I would just make you that character. I can train you. You can go to some level, whatever, or you could just be doing exactly playing yourself. It just depends on what people want.
So do you think that is kind of like affected how like people come through the systems? Because like obviously for you it seems like you've always had an interest, so you've developed it, whether that's modeling or just doing commercials and stuff. Where now, like you were saying, anyone can be who they want to be.
Yeah.
So like now is it harder for people who want to train and go through the schools because they're up against competition of people who are just...
I don't think so.
No?
Because you'll always be an advantage if you train or if you do something which is directed at what you're trying to excel in. You're always going to do somewhat better, if not be okay. Like, you may not be getting the job where you have to make a job you want right now, or you may have to be more patient. But if you know what you're doing, if I know what I'm doing and you don't, regardless if you get the job, the person who saw that is going to respect me for what I did. Yeah. And they will probably remember me, but they will probably only remember you for what is right now.
Okay, yeah.
Because you know what I'm about, because of what you can, the range, all sorts of types of things. And that's why, like, really for me, and my benefit is I'm able to learn on the job. So again, I have been doing this a long time, but in terms of being the pressure and like really working, if not every other day, in like being anxious to know what I'm going to look like on camera, or how did that scene go that happened the other day, and all these things, like it's a way, you just have to kind of, yes, it's mad.
Wow. Do you know, before you either apply, I don't know how it works, whether people come and poach you or you apply for whatever role it is, how important is it that you kind of know the direction that they've got for this character to go in? Like,
I mean, that's what would be nice, but that's not always what happens.
Okay.
Because I think sometimes people want to see how you're creatively going to show something. So they could just say, businessman from London. Or they could say, businessman from London makes 300 grand a year, loves this, da-da-da-da-da. So you can build around the character, and they want to get something very specific. Or it could be quite generic just to see the ability of everyone that comes into the room. Could be, it just varies. It varies.
So would you say then, on the back of that, let's say you, I'm not going to say any shows, but like, let's say for instance you had the opportunity to go into like a movie or a film or something like that, would you say then the opportunity you would be like, cool, let me just grab that, rather than what role that they're actually going to, have for you? Or because like sometimes my mum's always said like an opportunity is not every opportunity is an opportunity, do you get me? But obviously if you're getting an opportunity for somewhere that you've never been before, like how can you either turn that down? Do you know what I mean? It's quite hard, I would imagine.
Yeah, I guess that just depends on the type of person you are. I mean, you'll have people like Dave Chappelle. Everyone knows who that is in this film, right?
Yeah, of course.
So you already know what he's saying. Like, he's turned down millions on the basis of what he stands for. So
100%.
you can. It's just who you are, type thing. I know. I have dreams, innit? I know. I see myself at a certain point in my life. So if I can figure out how I'm going to get there, if that means taking the opportunity or turning it down, I want to be able to do that, but still remain sane to my character kind of thing. I don't want to sell out to anything. But then again, I don't know what selling out is. I ain't been in it long enough to know what a sellout is in this game.
So is there
you have to maneuver, you have to move, you have to kind of just...
Is there anything that you don't have? Like, when I say don't have, are there like no-goes for you? So if someone was to approach you and be like, I'm looking for this person to, I don't know, be a drug dealer or X, Y, and Z. Do you have like a list in your head you're thinking,
you can't play that character?
Yeah, I wouldn't play that character because I don't want to represent that kind of character.
I don't think there's in all honesty, I don't think in terms of, I think you're always playing something. It's not real.
Yeah.
It's just you have to get into the character, and the hope is that you can believe I am that person. But ultimately, it's just a form of expression to deliver a story. If I'm gonna choose not to do one, it's probably because I don't know if I can reach that place to make you believe what's actually going on. I think eventually I probably can do every role. I would like to attempt every role, but it then goes to the point where I'm at the stage in my career where I can do that to the best of my ability, and also how would that affect my brand at a certain point in my career. I think it's a lot easier for you to want to explore once you're at a certain point, or you can make that drastic, or you can make that big, like, eye-popping showstopper thing that gets you off the map, and then everyone knows, wow, this kid just did something mad, and that's probably what he can do for the rest of his career. It's very different. And I think it's also, you have to be very tactical being a black actor as well. So you can do certain things. That's why, like, a lot of people get typecasted. It's difficult.
Yeah. That was the word I was thinking of. Yeah, that was like
typecasted. I don't think. To be fair, every single role, funny enough, it's been somewhat ghetto orientated. Yeah, it's funnily enough. Yeah, because I'm also doing I'm doing a short film which I'm creative director and I'm also starring in. It's Trust One. It's on Amazon now, and we just finished wrapping the second one, and that is like, again, I'm a hood character. Yeah. In this,
is that your choice?
It's more what fit what the writer was doing.
Okay.
And I saw the storyline. More to it, the story is a great story.
Okay.
I don't mind playing anyone. At the end of the day, I want to be Ghost from Power.
That would be my
that
ideal
time?
character. That would actually be my ideal character too.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If not be a black James Bond.
Yeah.
Like, believe me, that's what I'm aiming for. Like, that type of thing.
See, for me, who actually portrays black actors the most is Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Yeah,
I was literally going to say that. He's 230.
No offense to like Ashley Walters and that, and my guy from Kiddleswood, but they only play the same kind of.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The typecasting, but also but also like testament to them because
they play well.
They
They play it well.
Very well.
But you know what they're gonna be.
Yeah, you know what you're getting. So it's almost like. But then you've got you've got Vinnie Jones.
Nah, Vinnie Jones, yeah.
Who's Vinnie Jones playing apart from Vinnie Jones?
Yeah.
He's himself.
He's himself.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's the same kind of thing. Like, them man, they are very necessary because we already have a lot of other characters who play that person every time as well.
Vinnie Jones is actually just himself.
He's Vinnie Jones.
I'm just like,
what's the other guy?
He's that bald dom from Expendables.
I can't. He's always doing the better.
Yeah,
Jason
he always
Statham.
plays the same kind of guy as well.
Yeah.
Bet365 advert, always.
Nah, not the fat guy.
What's his name?
The fat one.
The actor. Oh,
Nah,
I'm bad,
the one from
man.
Bet365.
Yes.
The fat one.
I don't know.
If I show you, mate, you're gonna go, yeah. But I just don't know the
name.
But Idris has got range. Because
Idris has got range.
He's got
Idris is
range.
just 230 with it, man. Like,
And
everything
what I
he
rate about
does.
Idris as well is when he does like
Ray Winston.
Ray Winston.
Let me see.
Everyone knows Ray Winston is, bro.
yeah.
You've seen him in hella football films or British films.
Yeah.
He is the same.
Yeah, he actually is. He is. The white English gangster.
Yeah.
He actually is.
Every
All
single
right,
one.
mate.
The whole typecasting thing,
Yeah.
I don't think there's a problem with it, but it just depends on what you want to do. So like I said, I want to be, if I'm looking to be a James Bond, these people have to see me as a lawyer or just clean cut, beard off, or all these types of things. There's black people aren't just hood, you know what I'm saying? So there's other things. It's just, unfortunately, some people have the appearance where they just get typecasted, or they don't, some people just don't break out of a certain type of character.
Yeah.
But
Nah, Ray Winston's a
Do you
bad
find
boy.
that happens, though? Like, not being able to break out of a character?
well, like I said, funny enough, I've only played a ghetto like narrative, so clearly I must look like someone from the hood or something like that.
See, that's the thing. That's why I always think of it as like, are they? Because some of the people who make probably direct and write the scripts, they probably have an image of what they think that person looks like.
Yes,
but then within the actual people from that community, we're able to tell whether that person is like that in real life or not. So like, if one of us played it, okay, maybe to the outside, yeah, but really we know what other people from this community look like who play that on it every day.
Do you know what's
the
mad?
difference? So go on.
Go on.
I was gonna say, you know how you said that? So I think I was watching EastEnders. I haven't watched it in ages, but there was a kid on there.
Yeah.
I think his name was Shiggy. Or Shiggy.
I haven't watched it in time.
Shiggy. He was
I
some
ain't watched
Asian don.
EastEnders in ages.
Okay, yeah.
And this is like maybe 2 years back.
Sorry, fam.
Yeah.
And I think man got into like some stabbing. He was coming on like a proper East London boy. The way he looks, the way he talks. Wait,
Go on.
I thought, okay, they just got like, you know when they said they just typecast somebody?
Yeah.
It's like, calm. He was on the one show. When my man started to speak, I said, huh? I looked again, I was like, right. I had to listen. I'm like, this, fam,
You
the
were like,
whole
it's
switch
completely
up,
different.
like his own voice. He sounded like, do you remember that kid who did breakdancing in Singing in the Rain? Have you ever see it on
Billy Elliot. No, Billy Elliot.
George Sampson.
Yeah,
George Sampson, yeah.
That's how he sounds like. I was like, no way. I was like, this can't be the same. I was like, fair dues to EastEnders, you picked a good actor, because I couldn't like clear the difference, because he was quite like very timid in his voice, and I was like,
Yeah.
what he was portraying on the show is not actually what I thought you'd be in real life.
Yeah.
It's like, fair dues to you, man.
Because you know,
did
like in Top Boy, there's I've seen a interview with Kano and Bashi. Apparently, like Bashi, he got into character so much that he stays in character the whole day. So like, because obviously in it, he has beef with Kano in it.
Yeah.
Bashi is Jermaine though. I can see that in real life.
Yeah, but like he stays in that character. So like, I can't remember who was it who was
Bashi.
on stage to like come and say hello, and they were looking like, why is he staying like Kano like that? Because he was in character, literally from breakfast till they went.
Bashi, I've rated Bashi as an actor though. He's so
Listen,
good.
He has.
And he's been in bare stuff as well.
It's the transition.
Yeah.
But of course, he was one of the hardest rappers. Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
Chubba Chubba.
Chubba Chubba's next
I wouldn't say one of the
Listen,
hardest,
I'm
but
not gonna. Listen. At the end of the day, yeah. Since he dropped Black Boys,
Yeah.
he should be making money the same way that what's his name?
Dave.
No.
Oh.
What's my man who drops the Christmas album every single year?
which album?
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé.
No. You can't be on the same. Michael Bublé does.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the point I'm making. Yeah.
I really get it on.
Listen to the point I'm making. Yeah. He drops the same album every year.
Nah, it's different, isn't it?
Not the same.
It's the same.
It's the same album.
The narrative is he's singing Christmas songs every single year.
Michael Bublé's got.
And I'm
he
not
can
saying
sing.
he's not. Michael Bublé is incredible.
Yeah.
incredible.
fair.
But in
bro.
terms of what an impactful song would do for a time of period, it's like
I
now
get
you're,
what you're saying.
you're saying that. Look at films in that now. Frozen comes out every year.
Yeah.
I don't remember last Christmas I ain't seen Frozen. or seen or heard of a Frozen.
Or
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Or Home Alone.
Home
Yeah,
Home
yeah.
Alone,
Alone.
Trading Places, you always see in certain films. Yeah. How is that song? Yeah, not even like Black Lives Matter was so big this year. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
As
It was a whole
something.
completely different era, because that came out when grime wasn't even
Channel
grime.
U was
You're
about.
saying
Yeah.
different era, yeah.
No, so it came out when grime wasn't like. Grime was not. It was still at the early stage of grime.
He could
So
definitely.
wasn't-
Someone could just bring that back now.
Someone could.
Because what he's saying in that song
Is reciprocate to what it is
something
now.
that will only not be relevant until the problem is fixed.
True.
Facts.
Yeah.
So it's not a thing like us, man. You'll say that same thing, yeah, but everyone here will bang a Tupac or Biggie song, and that was made how many years ago before that song?
Yeah.
So and that you'll say that was very important to something that none of us actually can relate to because we weren't born then. We know about that time.
Yeah.
Whereas I was one of those black kids when that song came out.
I remember that
You all
song.
listen to
You
it?
know what I'm
Banging
saying?
out,
We were
yeah.
the same. We were that age.
Yeah.
Old age.
Like, when you're from London, that's Oyster card days on buses. So you
Fam,
can't go on
Sony
certain
Ericsson
buses, bro.
Walkman,
You can't go on certain-
banging that
Yeah, you
out.
can't go on
Bluetooth.
certain buses,
Trust
certain
me.
routes, all these
Infrared.
things. Or
Trust.
the postcode wars and shit. Like, everything was, it was deep, innit? So when you're hearing these things, you're relating to that. And like now, you know, music's different now anyway. I'm not saying I don't love what's going on right now, but I'm just saying music is completely
I like the
different.
transition with the music scene in the
I like
UK,
to
though.
think UK music.
UK
scene's
music's
flourishing
actually
at the
champion.
minute, man.
We'll get into music.
Yeah.
I think UK music is.
I think
Yeah,
it's really
UK
champion.
music
champion.
is
best.
it's definitely at its
Right now.
best now.
Yeah, right now I'd say
Right now,
so.
it's actually doing. It's not as good as Funky House Days, though. Funky House Days was a whole
Yeah,
completely
Funky House is
different.
completely
vibe,
different.
Yeah,
I
fam.
think why I'm saying it's at its peak or at its best right now is because there's so many flavors that people can relate to, even though like it's predominantly like I'd say the black scene or the urban culture is the one that's most popular. Other people from outside those cultures are relating to it and making music from it, because it's so relatable that there's so many different flavors. Like people are doing drill, people are doing Afro swing, Afro fusion, whatever you want to call it, the R&B, people want to sing, people want to rap, and I think because there's such a crossover of it, there's so many people who are more like they're more encouraged to like get into it.
100%. We need to bring back Funky House though.
We've been saying this like 4 pods in a row now.
You know what? I agree with that. I don't think we've never been this powerful.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely not.
So alright, cool. Who's the hardest?
Hardest
Every single one of you.
In what?
Hardest. Who's the hardest grime artist in the game?
Grime artist.
What are we talking about
As of
grime?
now, or are we talking about
Right now, the hottest in the game.
right, grime artists?
Grime's not really that popping for me. I
can't
don't really
even
listen
tell
to
you
grime,
that.
so
Alright, so would it be rap? Okay, cool. English rapper, grime artist.
Who's the hardest in the game
who
right
would you say
now?
the hardest in the game
Right now has to be Heady One.
But he's drill though.
but it all counts.
If we're talking Heady One, I say he's drill. I
And
wouldn't
Potter
really.
Paper brought out something, and I think what Potter Paper brought out was cold.
Very hard.
Yeah, that's
that was like
real.
that's real
You'll
UK
get,
rap,
You'll
bro.
get that with every training day.
Yeah.
Since the first, bro.
Yeah, it was very
first.
hard.
No,
when
but
I listened to
Training
it,
Day
yeah,
3 was very hard.
he
though.
also
Because we
retweeted
ain't
my
heard Potter in a
thing,
long
like,
time.
yeah.
And it was at a time when we needed to roll.
Yeah. Facts,
Well, we
facts,
needed that type of rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
the hardest, and Heady. People probably say Huss. People probably say Dave. See,
I
that's the
think
thing,
different
because
people have their time up whenever they bring out their projects. So you need to think when Huss brought out his
Alright,
project, it was hard.
who'd you say?
Heady, probably.
but there's different people. It depends though, because there's different people like different things. So it depends who you ask.
Do you know who I
Yeah.
like?
I would say the hottest in the game right now is Heady. You know? I don't
Okay,
know.
we have to say Heady is-
Heady Dutch, and
Yeah, Dutch of
Dutch
Millions.
is
Millions, yeah.
Or Millions, maybe.
I don't
yeah.
really listen to Millions stuff like
Millions
that.
is
I just
hard.
like what I like what you've been doing. I like
Very-
this. I like my friend Alexa put me onto what's his name? That PA Salute.
Oh, Parsley.
Parsley.
Yeah, Parsley's hard.
I like him. I can't.
My
I like him.
family.
You should listen
I like
to his
him, man.
Tiffany Carver.
But not one
freestyle.
person here said Chip.
Yeah, because Chip hasn't brought out something.
No,
If we're gonna
but
talk
regardless of
Chip
that
in the
though,
old
he
days,
that's
has to be a top five.
Thank you.
You have
That's
to
what I'm
put
saying.
respect on the
That's all I'm
guy.
saying.
Don't
Okay,
even
so
go
if
for
we're gonna,
50.
if we're gonna, you just
Every year.
It's the way you worded the question. You said,
I feel right
you
now.
said who's the artist right now?
But he made the point before about Tupac and Biggie. Like people will
No,
still
but I'm not gonna say Tupac and Biggie is the
I'll
hardest
say
right now.
I'll say right now.
Yeah.
Did you hear his last two tunes?
Yeah, it's
Statement.
madness.
He just put a statement. Man said, apparently he did some tweet. It was like, I wasn't really even in my bag recently, but I heard Potter Papers thing and started rapping again.
It was just Chip who said
That's
this.
what Chip
Yeah,
said.
he
that,
tweeted it, so-
And
Oh, is that what he said?
and
Yeah.
whatever he's pissed off about, you can.
Yeah, you can.
King's back.
I think Potts against Chip would be sick.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
Potts,
That
come
will
on.
never happen. That's not good for the culture. They're two completely
Different.
They wouldn't even.
Different
I don't even think they
genre.
beef each other like that.
Yeah, but
Nah, they
Potts
wouldn't.
can spit on grime too, you know.
Pot is hard, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, if you're going into the war zone,
You don't
with
want to
Chip,
war
yeah,
with Chip.
you got like Dutch said it as well. I was watching this. He was talking to some fans, yeah, and he was being real. He was like, "Listen, if you're going into the war with Chip, you have to know what you're
Forget
doing.
about
You
it.
have to, hands down.
Maybe
That's
that-
why I always ask that question, yeah, because
If we're gonna
it's
say
funny.
the
It's funny
hardest-
how
it
it's funny
actually
to me.
slips
Yeah?
out of my
It's
head,
funny
you
how
know?
it slips out everyone. But then when I say Chip, yeah, more time, everyone goes.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
I ain't heard nothing in a
And the
while. but he
funniest
has to
thing
be on
is,
there.
the funniest thing is,
Those
out
things.
of Young
And-
Ads and Skepta, he spun everyone
Man
on
said
that.
young ads.
No, on
Yeah,
that
'cause
track.
they have-
Yeah,
they
on the
have an album.
they was a
They have an album
trio.
together?
They did that
On the
album.
tune thing, he bodied every single tune.
He bodied every single
tune.
tune.
I
Every
don't
single
like young
I think what
ads
it
like
is-
that, you know.
I
No,
think
but
what
it's a
it
joint
is-
album.
It's a
Young
joint
Ads,
album
Chip,
store.
and Skepta.
to
Yeah.
Insomnia. That's what it's called.
He
Isn't it?
spun
Yeah.
everyone on that album.
I think it's because he just doesn't talk about WAPs and killing people and all that.
Yeah,
He just doesn't talk about the same shit that
Everyone
gets all the
else
play all the
does.
time.
Yeah.
He gives you
fresh with it.
range. He gives
Yeah.
you
He's got
different
range.
topics.
Versatile.
He gives you different.
He's very versatile.
Plus, he can make. He's the type of artist who can make music.
Bro, he paved the way for everyone. Who did the tune with Chris Brown, bro?
He did.
He
Who
did.
did the tune
Movado
with
as well,
Bro,
wasn't it?
Movado, Chris
The
Brown,
one with Movado's
Terry
hard.
Nilsson.
Yeah.
Was there with Chase songs as well? Man got signed by
Young Money.
T.I.
as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, he got signed
He
by
did it.
T.I.
He did a tune with
Yeah.
Meek Mill as well. Yeah. You have to put some respect on his name.
have
as well.
to.
You do.
But you need
do.
to think, if Wiley didn't bring him on and he was like, I got Gallomanics and Gallomanics. Sam boy get checked. Spinning.
The Tim Westwood days, yeah.
It was hard. But then
Ice Cube.
I would have said, yeah, if whatever happened to Ice Kid, yeah. Don't know what happened, but Ice Kid, for me, was better than Chip.
Do you think?
Bro,
back then,
them lyrics, what Ice Kid was saying.
Ice Kid didn't reach his full potential.
He did
man.
not at all. What he was saying, yeah, my man said, what did he say? His skin flow like Bailey's.
Yeah,
Mom was like,
he tried to,
it
but
was
it just didn't
hard.
work, man.
He's still hard. It's just
He doesn't make years out made
just
music in
wasn't-
time. But
it
he
just
brought out
wasn't
the
for him.
album, and for me, it's not the same Ice Kid that I was listening to. There's one that I still listen to this day.
I'm sorry.
It's
It's calm, bro. It's calm.
it's Chip, Little D, and Ice Kid,
Yeah.
and
Is it a track or?
it's just a whole like 1 hour.
Big
It's a set. It's a set.
Remember?
It's a
And
set.
Ice Kid Spunny.
One of the hardest
Spunny.
back then was Criminal, fam.
Criminal.
Yeah.
F Radio.
Criminal and
Little Nasty.
Together.
Criminal, Little Nasty,
But then
yeah.
I hear bare stories that like Criminal fell off, like proper problems.
I think Criminal, he
No, just
released a tune though.
Yeah, with
Little
S-
Nasty.
with-
Yeah,
recently.
It's actually
But it was
good.
a time that he just chipped.
I actually think a lot of these men were actually talking what they were spitting.
Crud.
And at the
Yeah,
end of the day, if you're actually on there, on the roads like that, sometimes
you fall off.
some man go with pen and we have no idea because we just listen to music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
We don't know where they're gone. You think they fell
Yeah.
off? They was just inside for a
for a
while.
long time.
That happened
And
to
no one would
Scorcher,
know
innit?
about it. because-
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Scorcher.
Scorcher was in bed.
And then Reg
And then he
32
just came out.
was beating his baby mum. Do you know how crazy that is? Imagine
know
you're in
that.
pen, you come out and want someone who's in the same clique is beating your baby mums.
Right, I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
Was that what
yeah,
happened?
it's
Yeah,
mad.
no,
That's
no
mad.
wonder you
yeah.
screw face no
That's
time.
Yeah, exactly. It's mad. Oh,
It's
it's
crazy. Remember, I rate him though, because have you seen his new podcast?
Yeah,
Armchair
Armchair
Gaffers.
Gaffers.
Scorchers.
Scorcher.
Talk about football and
Scorcher. I love Filthy Fellas, bro.
Yeah, Filthy
Filthy
Fellas.
Fellas,
Love
is-
Filthy Fellas.
but I don't like Filthy Fellas now because I've been watching Filthy Fellas when it
What,
first came out.
so you don't like? I think this big change has only been because of like COVID.
No. Filthy Fellas. So
I remember the
didn't
last
like-
one where it was just one screen.
So
It just featured between them.
How far have you?
From the beginning.
From the beginning. So you've been on the days when it was like Leon Knight and stuff.
Yeah.
That was real.
Oh, when
football.
that was.
So I don't know how long you've been watching Filthy
Nah, not
Fellas
that.
though.
Only last 2 years.
So like I've been watching Filthy Fellas from the beginning when it started coming in with like more miles and because it used to be in grey and then it went to like a black screen.
Yeah.
When it went to the black backlog, they started trying to cuss each other too much.
Yeah.
They
But-
don't talk about football when it was at the beginning.
But right now, it's in a very good state. though.
I think
Yeah.
it's good right now.
I just kind of lost it.
There's so many it can get heated, yeah. But like, there's so many valid points from every single person in
Yeah.
there, especially since like Lippy came in.
I don't
Miles.
like that Lippy guy.
I like
Yeah,
Lippy. Lippy and
was
Mars
that
because
Lippy talks too much.
I can't remember the white guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but
Wavy.
he's good at it.
He is. If without him, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, no, it'd be chaos
It'd be
without him.
chaos. Chaos.
Because they all scream and shout.
Chaos.
But
Chaos.
I know what you're talking about. When I started watching it, it was when it was just a black background. There were two people on the couch.
Go
And
back
then-
to the old ones.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Like when I mean the old ones, Leon Knight, because he never used to show up. So they used to have him on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd FaceTime. And he'll FaceTime, boy.
Man didn't
It
show up.
was serious. Like back then, it was just pure crud. But it was not everyone was going at each other. You were talking real facts. And what they had was valid points.
Yeah.
Then when they started bringing in more, like I love Specs. Specs can stay. But then when he started bringing in like Miles and that,
Some
it's
of
like Miles, mum, moo, and
I know
Is
what
that
I
is
mean.
that what Phil? Because I've seen a clip on Twitter where
that's
there
what
was
fellas-
Poet on it.
Poet
as well.
was
Yeah,
next.
Poet's
And
thing.
Mars and
Nah,
Poet.
that
Mars
was
and
funny
Poet
though.
vexed.
Yeah. That looked heated.
And then the
I
one
can't
with
lie.
Savage Dan a week later
Yeah.
when what did someone say? It
No,
was
it
that
was,
we can go and then they moved the mics and looked like they
Yeah.
wanted to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? Mars was saying how Raheem Sterling was
His boy or
something
whatever.
like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
is that why Chunks was saying who's Miles?
Yeah. Because Miles kept saying,
yikes.
Miles was like, we're
Yeah.
from Northwest and
Yeah,
we grew
yeah.
up together. So
And
Chunk,
Sterling was like, oh, nah, I don't even know.
who this is.
But the original cast was like Mitch. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
Mitch.
Mitch. Yeah.
He's
on BBC and all them now.
Yeah, that's how he got from there. So he left. Boat was on it.
Yeah.
Poet's cousin, what's his name now?
Who supports Man United?
Who's
Yeah.
his cousin?
Isn't it Boat?
No, he's a small don.
don't know.
Can't remember his name. He's got a big head. He's funny. And then it was Leon Knight,
Yeah.
Poet. They were, and then some white guy, some white kid. He was funny. but it was serious times back then. It was really good. And then I've seen the decline because they just talk. They just now. It's a bunch of influencers.
Yeah, I think.
I don't feel not one of them is an influencer. That's the best way about it. That's the best
Some
way
of
about it.
the
Maybe
personalities.
Yeah, the personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the difference. I know what you mean because originally it was more about the content. Now it's about the
have
people.
you heard them lot rap?
No, Poet
can rap,
No,
though.
but bro, that's what they have. Yeah,
They have got Vibba in it.
more. Yeah,
Poet
it's
can rap.
more than
Who's
just
that
this filthy
Vibba?
fellas
Who's that
thing.
Vibba?
Like,
That's it, yeah.
Is that all of them man are just doing? Like
Vibba.
collectively, they just dropped a new. Bro.
That shit, I heard it.
Yeah, Vibba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Poet.
I thought it was.
Poet,
I
yeah.
thought Vibba was just
It's
Poet.
hard. It's
No,
hard, it's
Poet
hard.
is
Poet can rap, you know.
Poet
He's got
is-
bars,
He used to rap
fam.
back in the
Wow.
He's
Channel
got
AKA,
bars.
Channel U, and all that.
So
He's
if you
actually
remember
got
that,
bars.
then
Yeah.
you remember it was Poet, Boat, his cousin, the small one,
What's the song
I
called?
don't know what the cousin
and
looks
they're
like.
the same
but-
ones in Vibba.
Oh, they're the same
Yeah.
ones. I've seen
So
one
they
or
just-
one or two of the tracks, but that is a funny thing that you mentioned about, like you were saying, like how the decline of their show has come because they're bringing in more people who are like of influence or like have a bit of a
I've seen it. Yeah.
or have a bit of a name to it.
Poet's verse on that
Yeah.
is very hard, you know.
See,
It's actually
Don't
like
sleep on him.
serious.
I'm awake.
Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him.
But like stuff like that, like
yeah, Benny. the
would you
Butcher's album,
start
by the way.
thinking about? Wait,
We'll talk. In a sec.
are
We'll talk.
you looking to do your own Vibba now?
Nah. Not even. Not even.
Go Bobby. Go Bobby.
We always talk about
We divulge into new
yeah.
albums that come
All the
out
time.
because
Okay, so
I've
you
been
doing
banging out about this whole Griselda flick for
Oh,
time.
This is
I've been
Griselda
banging-
flick?
I don't know.
Griselda, this
Griselda,
Conway the
Machine,
West Side Gun,
West Side
Conway the
Gun,
Machine,
oh, sorry.
Benny the Butcher,
I've heard of Benny the Butcher.
like raw New York, gritty, like
Oh, that proper
like that
New York
sort of-
sound.
Not Dave East, but that type of vibe.
I like
Yeah.
Dave
Dave
East
East
though.
is-
Dave East is very
Dave
cold.
East is very cold.
Very
Cold.
cold. He's for me. Dave East doesn't get the recognition that he deserves.
He does.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He should be a lot bigger than what he has.
I don't
He
listen
should
to
be.
him, so I don't
Dave
really
East
know.
is very
Yeah,
cold.
he's cold.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, facts.
What was the question you were asking me?
Oh shit. Oh yeah. So like we're gonna dive back more into So like now that you're doing your acting and stuff, are you allowed to do like set things to be like? Because we was talking about like how poets created Vibba and stuff, and like, can you be like, I want to create my own thing and still work?
I think
Hollyoaks?
eventually, that's my plan. I do a lot of things. So if I get the opportunity to actually just be able to show certain things or just be able to just express in whether it be music, art, whatever, and it goes well, amazing.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm here right now, like, okay, one of the main things for me, I got nominated for an award for Inside
best
Inside
Congratulations, by
Soap
the way.
magazine,
Yeah,
for best
well
villain. Yeah. I've only been on the show for like a year, like I said, yeah. So even to be nominated for anything, it just was like, I was not expecting anything like that. So when little things like that just pop up, you really have to just ask yourself, right, there's a point where you take this really seriously, or there's a point where it's just like, oh my God, this is actually real. So the focus right now just has to be on Hollyoaks until, you know how these soaps go. So I'm saying, I might just drown tomorrow. You don't know.
Nah, fam.
No facts, bro.
No facts.
No,
What's his name? What's his name? Was it Bradley?
Where they
How he
killed
died
man
on
on
Christmas.
Christmas.
That episode was iconic, you know.
It was iconic, but it was so bad because
The way
he didn't
Stacey
need to do
just
it. He didn't
Stacey
need to
just
jump.
ran
He was
after
like-
Bradley, and then Bradley
And then he was
jumped off
calm.
the-
He just went-
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
The one
Nah, they
need
did
to
him
go
dirty,
out
still.
like
They did
that.
him dirty,
EastEnders
still. They
as
did him
well.
dirty.
that was EastEnders, but the one that killed me in EastEnders was Christmas Day. The way Ronnie and Roxy died.
That's what I was about to say. In the swimming pool with the wedding dress on over her
The way
head.
I was googling it, like, is this a joke? Like, I was gonna be one of them.
And you know
people.
where it is on Christmas Day. You know all the family gets together as
Bro,
well. So it's like
how both of them just
EastEnders
died
on
in
Christmas
the
Day
swimming pool
is
like that.
traditional.
Oh,
fam.
bro.
I was like, when I saw that, I was like,
I'll tell you in a sec.
something must have happened
Trust.
for them to go out that way.
Yeah.
Both of them.
But that way, because them man have been in it for
For
time.
time. Big
And
characters.
then
as
you're
well.
saying they just got out like that.
But the way they died did not
They
make
must have
sense.
They were trying to
They fighting by like a swimming pool after
They
the
weren't
wedding
even
day.
fighting. They went
Was
for
it?
a swim.
Oh, they went for a swim?
what-
Because
they
she's
just
wearing a
went
wedding
to-
dress, innit?
She's wearing a wedding dress,
Yeah.
and then they were like, "Oh, come on, Roxy," and then one goes in the water, and then I think she pretends to drown, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Ronnie," and then she jumps in,
But the dress goes over
Yeah,
her head, innit?
yeah.
and then they both die.
And then they start drowning because they can't get over because the dress is over their head.
Well, how'd you jump in a swimming pool and like?
Fam.
They went for a swim on the wedding
But
day.
both of
Were
them,
they licked?
both sisters,
Can't remember. They might have been, but
just
still.
it's done.
It's just like I was
Big
disappointed.
characters and stuff.
I've never, to this day, I still don't understand why.
But look, okay, you saw that, yeah. And
Yeah.
Just look at the levels between that and Hollyoaks. Like, I did listen. I did one of the big murders this year, killing Lisa from the show, right?
Okay.
And that episode, I wasn't expecting it to look like that. I don't really like to watch. At the beginning, I used to watch myself just be like, oh my god, what am I going to do better and stuff. And then it got to a point where I just didn't want to go in it because I was thinking too much about it. But I wanted
Yeah.
to watch that episode because it was a big episode. That was like, it was intense.
I'm serious.
So a lot of the time people were like, "Oh, that episode was serious," but you don't really hear Hollyoaks making bad exits of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's always some
Yeah.
sort, like, everything's thought out so well.
So like for I don't know what it would be for yourself, but if someone is gonna get killed off or something along those lines, exit from the show, does the writer or whoever's like casting you give you like a projection of how long you may be in the series or so for, or is it just like it just develops over time?
I mean, at the end of the day, everyone gets, depending on the contract you get, if you get the job, whatever, it could be as long as they think your character could last. But at the end of the day, if you don't like me, I'm not gonna have a job. It's for you at the end of the day, right? So
Yeah.
if my character doesn't appeal to people, they could cut me at any time. So there's never, you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta make sure you do your job.
Yeah,
So is that based off like the reaction of like?
I would say so. I think that's a lot. I think that goes for the industry though, because remember, like, there's probably actors you saw who you thought was terrible. That's probably why you haven't seen them again.
yeah.
Mad.
Like, you've probably seen loads of actors. Do you know what I'm saying? But they just slipped your memory now because like you don't see them in any other
Yeah.
film.
Mum must have seen a picture of what's her name? That Tiffany from EastEnders.
She's hench. She's
Is that the ginger one?
Is the one James sent on the
she
group?
looked, obviously when I was watching it, she was
like
like
an
a little.
influencer.
Oh, she's at.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
She's
what
one of the
the
influencer
hell?
girls
Yeah,
now.
she
This
looks
is
like one of them.
crazy.
Yeah. Was she
How
still
old
on
is she now?
EastEnders? 19?
So she must have been. She's been on it for time.
No,
Probably
show
another
she
time.
chipped.
Oh, she left.
She
and
left
came
for
back?
ages.
What, and then came back.
And then came back.
a baddie.
That's where.
Do you know,
Shout
It's
out to
crazy.
no one could have called it.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Because I remember when I was young watching it, I was like,
Remember,
Don't kill me.
have you not seen
in the silver jacket. Oh, yeah, in the silver jacket. So no one could have predicted this thing because she come back.
Well, I must
She
have
looks
just. I stumbled on her Insta. I was like, raw.
She looks like a proper Essex girl.
Have you seen was it Katie from My
My
Favorite
Favorite
Kids?
Kids.
That's a big transition to.
Serious consequences.
The one that I seen.
Serious.
Have you ever seen
that is a problem.
Have you ever seen the film with The Rock
Boy.
where he becomes the Tooth Fairy
Yeah.
and his daughter? I've always seen this girl as a little girl, and I
She's
always
not
feel
hot,
The
but
mixed
that's-
race one.
that mixed race one. She
She's grown
is
up.
a
She was on
baddest.
Disney. She's on
young.
No,
no.
she's like 23.
What do you mean?
That's what I'm
When
saying.
that film came out, that wasn't too long ago.
So that's what I thought.
Show me a right now.
Fam,
The one that she was on the Disney Channel and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Fam, I thought
She
she'd be like
changed.
4 for
She
time.
changed.
Next minute, it turns out she's 23. I was like, hey, is that right?
That's like, really?
Yeah, man.
You
Let
have
me
to show
find
me
it.
that.
Her name's Maisie.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
There's not in there.
Oh, right. That film came out in 2010.
Attention to details.
She looked like a small baby.
You would never make it. You would
What film was it
never
called?
make
Tooth
it.
Fairy?
Did I tell you?
Yeah, let's go.
Did I
I'm
tell you
sure
I
it's
got
called
my-
Tooth Fairy.
I did my what's it called? My ancestry.
Okay, what did you
Did
get?
my thing.
Nige.
I'm Nige.
Yeah, Bobs. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? My family.
Wait, what film did you Google to find
I
it?
googled
need
Tooth
to
Fairy,
do
but I
that,
don't think it is.
50%.
I think I know who you mean though.
50%.
You're 50% Nigerian.
Nige.
So you know what?
50%.
You're the 5th Nigerian now.
It might be more than that. You
Yep,
know.
back to
I
back.
need to
50%
do-
Nigerian
I need to
and what
do-
was
No,
the
but
rest?
it's mad. I did 23andMe.
So what's
How
the
do you-
process
how
to
does
do
it
this?
work?
How does it even work?
Tell
You
us.
spit in this
Tube, yeah.
takes a month or two. Or wow, look,
So
But do
where
you-
your family from before you found out you was
Oh, that's
Nigerian?
mad.
my dad's from St. Kitts, my mum's Jamaican.
Okay.
Okay.
I've always known to
Just
be
for you, Caribbean,
I'm
yeah.
still Caribbean.
Yeah.
Of
But
course.
it's just amazing to know I'm actually I'm Nige.
He's mad. John Niger.
Okay. Man's got the full breakdown. Oh, gives you the full like percentage
Yeah,
and
man.
stuff
That's
as well.
mad. How accurate is that though?
Ghanaian, Liberian,
Yeah. I mean, you're.
I don't know how else to be more.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of West African here though.
I am 88% West African. That's
Donny
where
is
I'm from.
50% Nigerian
88.1.
though.
88.1. I'm West African.
So when you spit in the
film,
tube,
man.
do you then have to like fill back as far back as you know? Is that how it
Nah,
works? Or?
there's a couple questions of what you would answer to your knowledge. Look at that, 11.5% European.
That's mad.
Let's not talk about that time.
Okay. So
I know it's
the
Black History
film
Month
the
and that, yeah,
film
we
came
don't
out
need
in
to-
2007.
What's the
The
film?
game plan.
So she could actually be 23.
Yeah, that's mad too.
What's the name of that?
17
Sorry.
years. No, 13 years.
13 years. That's her now.
That's her now.
What's the name of the film
Oh,
again? Sorry?
mad.
The game plan.
Oh,
game
mad.
plan.
So that's
I
mad.
knew
Your
we were
phone's
before.
cracked, so I thought her nose was a bit.
This guy.
Let me go. Let
Let me see that HD.
Madison Pat.
Madison Pat.
Yeah, she's a baddie.
She's
She
actually
used
a
to be-
baddie.
She was on all them Disney Channel programs. I remember.
Packed.
That one. Pat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Oh, Madison Pat
down.
is sorry.
Look at this.
This one.
Oh, this thing's a baddie, though.
She actually,
yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, she's been fourth for ages. She's
22. She's 22.
Look at that.
Yeah, I remember when she was looking like a small.
Yeah, but she
I
was
remember.
like in every film that she
Oh,
played.
God.
She never played a different character.
But I think what happened.
But
is,
she looks 6 foot now.
She looks 6 foot now, you know.
Yeah, what kind of growth spurt
No,
did
but
she have?
what happens
tall
is
is she?
the
Nah,
TV
she must be
shows.
6 foot.
The TV shows get replayed,
That's
innit?
the one I was looking
Sexy
That's a
before.
problem.
We just see them from that age.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
That's a problem
at.
there.
Crazy stuff.
it really is a problem.
Listen, I mean,
Instagram.
it's a good industry to be in.
Serious consequences.
Oh, she's actually too good looking.
Corey in
though.
the house.
Yeah,
that was what I
Was
was
she
thinking
Corey in
of.
the house as well?
Yeah.
Oh, because she was the
Hannah Montana.
president's daughter.
She was. That's where I did. Yeah.
Of course.
But this is what I'm saying. The girl grew 6 foot. What kind of growth spurt did she have?
She's tall.
She's tall.
What?
But she was like this.
She was. Yeah, I remember.
Right, this is how you know. I know it's Black History Month, but boy, this is black people, innit? Just diverting just so off to what we was talking about. Talking about girls now. Madison Pettis, I just followed her for no reason.
I came here to talk about acting, man. And we just we took a slight detour. Slight detour.
She'd be like, you're the guy from Hollyoaks. You were like, that's really
I'm surprised you know.
Man's verified now, innit? So
Exactly. She see that.
Wait, you're in a
That was
gated
light
community
work,
now
light
with that
work,
verified,
light
yeah.
You're in a gated community because you're verified
Yeah,
gang.
yeah, yeah.
verified, fam. Once you get that tip,
Residuals and that.
that's just
Actually,
it.
Speaking on that,
You're
now when you
amazing.
DM certain people, yeah, they must see that tick.
Fam,
and
that
think,
tick.
they're like, yo, I've got to
It's a
reply
game
because
changer.
that tick.
Must said you have to.
You
don't reply
there's
to
no
this
blank-
message.
You don't have to reply.
Nah, did people see that tick and like, yo, I need to know who this person is, and they therefore reply, man. I
Yeah, so
know.
the DM game has to be good, but I don't know how good I am. If I'm honest.
All you need to do is eyes
Yeah,
on
like,
fire.
Yeah.
You know it's. If I try too hard, it don't work. If I just try to go,
Yeah.
that's
A little hand emoji.
Yeah. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. So I don't wanna bait out too many people, just in case anyone watches like someone it gets to this person. So my friend, yeah.
oh my
So,
god, what's about to happen
okay.
right now?
Oh, it's funny.
Go for it.
So some girl that I know. So some artist was doing a tour around Manny in it.
Yeah.
So I think he must have he must have typed in like live and stuff. You know when you search gal, because I do it too. You know when
Yeah.
you're on location,
Oh,
you've
yeah,
done it and you
location.
found her. I thought,
As in
okay.
club live.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
okay,
okay.
But I'm gonna slide into this gal. Man did the waving emoji, just waved. She was like, huh? Like, he didn't follow her. He didn't do. He just messaged her.
So he didn't even
follow
He didn't even follow her. Messaged
That
her
man
and
was
waved.
shameless.
So she's like, this is a bit mad.
Shameless.
But she was like, this is a proper guy, you know, like, are you gonna come with game or nothing? So she
Man
just
waved.
left it. You just did that wave emoji.
That's like on Facebook.
Nah,
when you
do you know
poke
what?
people.
I don't even do emojis. I'm a voice note guy.
Voice, oh, you
True,
so you put on that voice.
Voice notes are better.
Well,
bro.
go on, babes.
I'd rather talk.
I'd rather
I feel like
talk.
I'd rather talk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
typing sometimes can just be a bit long. Like I feel like I can get most things out
In a
via
voice note.
Then
Yeah.
But you man have them ASMR voices, man. The
Aye,
gal will
come
be
on,
listening to
man.
like, yeah.
I just woke up. Stop. You know that meme where Marge Simpson's like that. That's me right now.
Oh my god.
Making sure the voice is
it's
extra
just a bit-
raspy, you know.
I just woke up.
It's like, I don't even know it. I don't even know what I'm trying to do.
Trying to sound like Dutch Ravelli, man. Trying to sound like Dutch
Bro,
Ravelli.
yo, that's listen. I'm sorry. That voice, yeah, and he must be. He must be.
Nah,
clean,
he
man.
is. It's mad. Doing girls, I see girls talking about him. I'm like,
Bro,
bro.
The comments are the funniest though.
Nice
Like,
comments.
it's-
Someone saying he's smoking 100 cigarettes and all sorts.
Wait, there's not been a time where I ain't seen him smoke as well. He's enjoying, bro.
He's actually enjoying.
man.
Plus, he's very young as well. He's
How old young is he?
He's 19, isn't he?
What?
he's 23,
older than
isn't he?
that.
Did you realize he's 19?
I think his younger,
The younger one in the
is
video, I can be his 19.
Nah, I'm sure he's
His
19.
older sister Steph London, innit?
Yeah.
Did you know
that's the
that's
oldest?
Yeah,
swear.
same.
He's the second youngest.
He's the
I think
same.
so.
Wow,
He
he
must
must
26.
He's
What?
26.
26.
Oh, okay. That
Don't lie.
Where did you get
Where did
I
you
thought
get
he was
that?
19.
It might be his other younger brother. 'cause
That's mad, though. I
He's
didn't
got
know I
another
was
brother who's younger.
probably the
Yeah.
same age as me.
94.
94.
94, yeah.
What? Man really just come out of nowhere, innit? Like,
Nah, he's been rapping.
He's been,
for a
but
minute.
he was in Penn though, isn't it?
oh, was he?
Oh, was he in
Yeah,
Penn,
yeah. And then when he
Okay.
came out of Penn, and then is it Surely he
No, no,
released
no.
or what was
No,
it?
If Only.
If only,
No,
yeah.
but this is what I'm saying. He's literally come out of nowhere. Cause
Yeah, this has been his year.
Yeah.
Don't get it
Yeah,
twisted.
100%.
Yeah.
This is
blow
his year.
up, yeah.
Him and Millions. This is their year.
Millions,
but
definitely.
You could
Carl.
track back to million stuff. I can't track back to Dutch Ravelli
can.
stuff.
Look.
Really?
On YouTube, there's a
he used to have
couple
a
of
different name,
videos though.
Was it just Dutch?
Might have been because I tried to look for like older stuff in it, and I only found like two
I
old
think
tracks.
there's another
but-
name.
Where is he from? Clapton? Because I swear he's
Yeah,
because Rimsey and that's from
Listen,
Clapton as well.
he
isn't it?
says it all the time. What's he say?
Clapton.
From the fifth.
From the
Is he five?
fifth, yeah.
I think he's them sides.
Mad. So, as we were talking about acting before, obviously you kind of touched up on it
Back to
before.
yeah.
You were saying like you want to be like the Black James Bond or the, I don't know, who, Will Smith or whatever. Is that the aim for you then? That you're working towards that kind of goal?
One
Just
day.
don't get entangled.
What?
On a side note, yeah, can we just talk about that whole entanglement thing? Because that was funny for me, you know. Like I just found that so.
Do you know
funny.
what?
And the way Jada just came out with it, just like it was an entanglement. And then the way Will was just sat at that table,
He's like entanglement.
Right.
really?
Do you know? That is techie, yeah. Because hasn't there been speculation for years that there's been something?
Yeah.
Open
I've heard
relationship.
Forever. Everyone's heard something.
but nothing's ever
no
come out.
one's
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
Because they must have got everyone. I said this. They must have
Either
got
NDA
people
or something.
NDA.
Or, but like,
facts.
but I wouldn't be surprised if like there's like if they're all sleeping with each other because it's a different world, isn't it?
Hollywood's
for certain people,
different, bro.
right?
Hollywood is
But like,
different.
yeah, when you think about it, the one time it come out of something, yeah, there happens to be like evidence to kind of make people insinuate something. Like the fact that her and August Alsina was on the red carpet and stuff like that.
There's been pictures and stuff.
It fueled people's imagination anyway,
yeah,
because it couldn't have just been maybe just talking about Jada in the song or he just talk about her. You can backtrack to pictures for people to be like, why is he holding man's wife like that so low down to her waist and what's going on there? and however long it was, whatever. But it's just when someone in the relationship messes up the bass, it just looks messy, which is what everyone is seeing.
Control your hose, as they say.
That's a control your hose, yeah. But then again, like, who's to say like man them don't do that?
That's true.
To be fair, it's more time us that get that mess up. Or
more time.
Now when I say control your hose,
smarter.
when I say control your
what
hose,
they're
I mean,
doing
it's
stuff.
So listen,
It's from
man
both
is dog
sides.
and gal is wicked.
Yeah, trust me.
Wicked, then you never know it happened. You never know. But us, man, we're sloppy with it sometimes. We don't mean to.
Nah,
We think we're
reckless
sick.
with it.
Yeah.
Leave
We think we're
evidence, incriminating ourselves.
Them man,
no.
you never know. And that's why
Trust.
it's mad.
Trust. How long have we got left, Jacob?
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Cool.
Nice. Go on.
I don't know, man. We can end the last 10 minutes doing whatever, man. If
Whoa.
there's anything to.
What do you want to talk about?
Listen, man. I mean, this is your birthday episode.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It is the birthday episode, to be honest. yeah.
Okay.
Front left.
So like, you man,
is.
firstly, thank you for bringing me on.
No,
this.
Thank you
no
for
worries,
coming.
man.
This is my second
Congratulations.
time I've been on here, but I must say the glow up.
It's
man.
almost been like a year nearly as well.
It's
Nah, it wouldn't
actually
be, would it?
sensational,
January?
man. I have to shout out
Yeah.
Jacob,
December?
my guy, man.
Listen, this is
Man,
unreal.
like Jay,
I was
he's
very
done a-
impressed with when I came in.
An
Outstanding.
amazing job.
Really impressed, bro. Honestly,
It's a serious
but
glow
like,
up.
Nice one, boys.
I feel like, you know, I'm trying to be the next big thing. You guys are trying to be the next big thing. We've both done a year. And we're doing. You should have told me, Carl. We could have had some champagne or something.
Fam,
So-
do you know what's mad? I actually want to get a cake.
Well, I not say
Wait,
cake. I
cake.
said champagne.
I don't drink champagne regular. You see that video? Man, jokes. I want to
Listen,
eat
happy
cake.
birthday, you man.
Thank you.
But like in the year, like what's been the most memorable? What's probably the most memorable moment?
On the spot.
Yeah.
Too many.
There's too many,
Bruh,
but
there's
I know
been a
each one
few
of you's
still.
got something
The one for
which
me
probably shocked you. And
was-
and you listen, it's your birthday. You already told me, no filters.
Anything goes.
Expose the
Anything
name of the
goes.
person as well. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Yeah.
I've got 3. I got 3.
Let me ask one, you know.
Go.
When we did
I'm getting people high.
when we
right
did
now, man.
the go off sis one.
Yeah.
And
When
Trey,
you.
no, when Trey was like, when Trey was talking about the girl.
The story at the end.
Oh,
Yeah. No, that was actually
That's another one.
Do you know how many girls are saying to me, "Did you not like a black girl?"
So there was one.
So basically, we're talking about types, innit?
Yeah.
But like,
We didn't even talk about time.
yeah, we were talking about like what type, what's your type or whatever. And like Josh went on a whole little spiel like, yeah, I need an African. Well, not African. It's like I need my wifey to be black, etc., etc. Then he just like kind of goes silent.
And
Then Trey just goes,
I like white things.
I like white
things.
things. And I just shouted, just like silent. Then he just goes, yeah.
Wait.
I like white things.
Whoa, wait, let me have a disclaimer in there.
It was just that.
I was like, I like white things as well.
I need to say this before we move on. My wifey can be white or black.
You need to put it in skater still. You need to put because the amount of
Girl
abuse,
asking me like,
the amount of abuse my wife been getting. Actually,
Just go
cooked.
I need to say it has to be white or black.
Or mixed or Asian. We don't discriminate.
We don't
discriminate.
I can't say too much right now.
You guys say I'm trying to think.
Nah, so
Memorable
when I
moments.
get back to
Go on.
basically Trey was talking about a story about when he was sleeping with a girl and she was like, I want that black dick. I want that.
But the girl, was she white?
She was white.
right? Yeah, the girl was
And
white. though.
everybody was screaming. Everyone was like, whoa. Like Trey. And then it was Mimi's reaction that killed her for me.
what did Mimi
She
do?
was screaming. I was like,
That's a mad thing though, man.
yeah. What else?
Has that never happened to you?
That's never happened.
That's never happened. Has that happened to you?
I'm trying to think.
Nah.
No, that's never happened to
never
me.
happened
She said
to
this to
me.
me, boy.
The
Boy.
thing is, Rush. You know what? Come to think of it.
Will remember.
That is a bit
Nah,
mad.
I would have
Bro,
remembered.
you would
Yeah,
remember
you
that,
remember
bro.
that.
Like, I've had some mad stuff
Yeah.
happen, but that.
Do you know what I liked actually? The episode that everyone loves, the sexapade expert.
Let me not talk too much about that one.
Was he there? Was he you?
I didn't do anything. I was humble, fam.
Nah,
But
he was basically, we had an episode
I got
where
some
we were
backlash off that episode, you know.
You like getting backlash?
we had
Can't talk too much, right?
the episode was like, we were talking about like different things that we've done, like a crazy, like kind of sexual experiences and whatnot. And then like I told a story of like me and a dominatrix one time, but
Yeah,
you'd have to
that's
go
a
back and
nice
listen to
story.
it because it's too long of a story. And then I just remember everyone was just going in with their individual stories. And then was that the same one that Josh, you told where you got catfished?
Which one?
There's a catfish story that you told that I always remember.
The one from when I was younger.
Yeah, the one from when you were younger.
Me, one girl from who actually listens to the pod. She said, "Let's find this guy."
That's techie.
Fam, man had to go and reset my MySpace password. Log into MySpace, try and find, like, she's deleted most of fam. To this day, I still want to know if she but that was when I said when we was young.
Yeah,
and she said she lived down the road.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
that
one.
singer, Tinashe.
Tinashe. Yeah.
So I got catfish with someone using her pictures because I didn't know who she was. So
Yeah.
I hit the jackpot.
Insane.
And then all of a sudden, I used to follow Taz's Angels.
Yeah.
Come on, everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
And they used to do that thing where they would post the picture and be like, "Who's this hottie?" Yeah. And I saw the girl I've been chatting to. So I'm thinking, mad. What? And then I scroll down and everyone's tagging one name. Tinashe. I said, that's not my team.
That's not my team.
That's not my team. I clicked the photo, fam. Every photo that girl ever sent me was on this profile.
Oh,
Do you reckon it was someone
me
that
and
you...
my guy were literally... Oh,
Do you reckon it was someone
You went
that
to go
know,
find
though?
that person.
No. There was a day where we were gonna go and link her and her friend who she had who I found the friend because they were both taking photos from the profile. To use this profile, me and my friend were just chilling. Me and my boy literally were driving, and they kept on telling us to go to like this at postcodes, like wrong one, and this happened. We were like, you know what, this is a bit fishy.
Yeah.
And then it was only that night when I went on the Taz Angels thing, and I was like,
You got catfish.
That is
I was chatting to her for like
It was a minute in it.
at least.
Yeah, I got catfish, and the way I got catfish was
Man, no, when I say minute, maybe like, yeah, to be fair,
it was a minute.
Cheers.
a month.
A month is still a time.
That's when like
when you start
young.
talking,
And we like the whole online chatting thing. The online chatting thing is different,
You wanna
isn't
relate
it?
it? Nah, bro. Not gonna lie, yeah. The way it's different.
I'm with
Do you know what it was? Do you know what it was?
I'm with you.
I was like 15 at the time, innit? 15.
Yeah, so it hits you
was
different.
so
It hits you different.
I must have been below 20
Okay.
because I was driving.
Okay.
I was below 20, wasn't that young, but the fact
Bro.
was I thought I'd hit the jackpot.
Bro,
fam.
I thought, because my one had, when I mean, yeah, you need to, 15, this thing was taking photos like she had bunda and breast. I was like, yeah. Like, she had like this Indian twit. She looked like Pocahontas. I'll never forget it. But then she had the whitest name. So I should have took her.
Red flag should have been
I should have
going
got
down.
it. But we kind of sus. So she used to say this one girl was her cousin. And her cousin went to Belvedere or Bellerive. But this girl is white. How you tell me all your family is this kind of colour? But you know when you used to have top friends on MySpace?
Yeah.
This girl was on there. So I started chatting to her. Man became...
MySpace was techie. Everywhere in your top friends.
MySpace and Bebo. MySpace and Bebo.
That's it. Man was her number one top friend. I had to put a number one too. Man's like, yo, man's got babes, you know. When it's on my MySpace, she's still number one. I'm the number one. Because it was like at the end period of MySpace, innit?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, man, caught myself a badders now. Like, because
it's the
during
worst.
these times, the only mixed race of black girl I knew with girl from the ends. So it's just here. So this is before I used to explore. It's like, I've got a low key, no one knows her. Bad. Just, never wanted to use webcam. Thinking it's calm, you're shy. MSN thing, spoke to her.
I don't
It's actually so serious to find out, like, to actually deep it.
What was the MSN picture?
Fam,
Is it just the icon?
No, she had like, bro, the photos that she
So
had.
whose photos were you using?
Nobody, I think it
No
must
one
be an
knows.
American thing.
Okay.
Because the development for sort out hits.
Wait, so how old were you at the time? Like
15.
15.
But she
Fair.
looked young, but the body, she looked our age.
But like
Whoa. Everything was a
You remember I
bikini
remember
photo.
things like that back in the day. You just didn't understand. I was
It
just
didn't
like,
make any sense.
Yeah.
how is your body shaped like that?
Yeah.
And you're not going gym or nothing? You couldn't be.
Because
You're
going
crazy.
yeah,
to
it's
the
true.
gym
Yeah,
back
it
then
is.
wasn't a thing.
It wasn't
Nah.
a thing.
Nah.
It
It's
wasn't
more of a
thing.
thing
I got
now,
scared to
bro.
go to gym then because
Yeah,
it's like it'll
trust me.
stunt your growth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
That's what they told
yeah,
us.
that's what they
I'm
told
not gonna
us.
That's
do
what they
it.
told us.
Yeah. But now,
Yeah, to like bang out gym. So
bro, it's
Yeah.
mad. It's mad.
It's
The new-
crazy.
The new young generation is crazy.
no, the
Yeah.
new
youth them now is
younger
crazy.
generation is gonna be more warmer. Like when I went to the gym the other day, I seen some kid, and he was coming off the bus, and I thought he was coming from school. But my man walked into the gym with his boys. He must be like 15, 16.
Bro.
I see a man with veins popping already.
It's
Thinking,
crazy.
"Well, like you, to me, you're not wham, but to your man them now,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're the man.
And
So
you know what's mad though? Remember them guys? Remember I used to play football. So remember people playing football, like training or rugby. Yeah, them man were in the gym because they had to train.
Yeah, true, yeah.
They didn't stunt their growth.
no.
So what were they? What's this lie?
I don't know. We got
I don't know where that came from.
What's this? Why were they telling us
They
that?
sold
Bro,
us
this
dreams.
bit-
You're
this
right. That
business-
man, that kid you saw is the guy.
He's the
Trust.
guy. He's the
right
guy for his
now.
boys. Because
Yeah.
I seen him now, and he was telling them to do set things, and he's not that big, but in their eyes, because I remember looking at kids in our age, and they're just normal. It's like, yo, he's massive. But then when you actually look at it now, he wasn't. But him in front of his boys,
He was
he's like,
huge.
yo,
Yeah.
he is the man right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So,
Trust.
Because
yo,
we're coming up to what? I'd say we're in prime years now.
I would call it prime years. Yeah.
Prime years now.
Yeah,
Next 4 or
If-
5 years.
Next 4 or 5 years. If we want to like work hard or anything in terms of our body,
it needs to be known.
like now
Yeah.
is where you're gonna get the optimum everything before
Mm.
you start going off.
all this stopping and
So
stopping.
now it's a bit like that's why I'm trying to really get into this gym now because I saw myself on camera and I was like, yo, I'm looking mager, you know. I was like, oh. And the maddest thing is there, Richard Black was my dad on the show. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
wham,
yeah.
bro. His arms are probably the
He's-
same
he's a big
size
guy,
of my
man.
head, fam.
He
Like,
is.
it doesn't make any
Man's
sense.
48, bro.
Yeah, I was saying this to my boy the other day. He's
good
quite,
nick.
Yeah,
Good Nick.
and he looks young too.
Yeah.
He's about
Fountains of
30
youth.
something, no?
He does.
At least.
Skin clear,
At
everything.
least
Fountains
Yeah.
of youth.
So
man.
that just puts things into perspective, innit? It's just like, nah, there's no excuse for someone to be slacking.
Yeah.
That is absolutely no excuse. So I'm trying to just get into a good trend. So and when
So it's a
prime years are
habit.
done, it's a habit. You know what I'm saying? Right now,
Sure.
lazy.
But yeah, well, I mean, we could go on for longer and longer, but our time's up at the minute. Obviously, we'll get you back when things are
Anytime,
popping.
fam.
When things are popping, when we're growing, like the platform never stops or anything. Is there anything you want to plug or shout out?
Shout out Hollyoaks. Get that in there.
Yeah, watch Bobby, his
Yeah.
character.
Shout out make sure you check out Trust _ film on Instagram. We've got part 1 short film on Amazon right now, and it's very soon we've got part 2 and 3 coming. Very exciting stuff.
When am I going to see you in Top Boy?
Nothing. You're not going to see nothing while I'm in Hollyoaks.
That would be good to see you in Top. I want to be in Top Boy.
do you know what? Yeah.
Yo, Jermaine. Jermaine. I can act, you know. Don't watch that.
I'm not saying you
No,
can't.
I can act. Yo, bro, what you looking at? Do you know who man is?
Where are you meant to be from?
Do you know who man
You're
is?
smiling, so I don't even believe you.
Because I'm one of them.
serious,
I'm
you-
one of them bad boys that smile at it. But he's a bad man. If you don't watch that, that's why.
the
Yo,
scariest ones,
you know, man,
That's the crazy ones, isn't
bro,
it?
you don't. I'm from East. They call me Smiler.
Smiler. Yeah? Smiler.
Yo, on that note, yeah. Oh yeah. Anyone who's listening, when this drops, it will drop when it's our one year anniversary. So happy birthday to the front.
But the
left.
1 year
hold tight,
anniversary is
Frontleft.
Saturday, you know.
Yeah, Saturday.
So it's dropping on Saturday.
No, it's coming out on Monday.
You
but
said drop on the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, no, by the time it's come out,
Okay, it's gone
it would have
past.
been
Hold tight,
our
front
1
left,
year
yeah.
Okay,
anniversary.
Hold
yeah.
tight,
But yeah,
front
thanks to
left.
Bobby, thanks to Yemi.
Come on.
Obviously, the podcast, you can find it. It'll be on YouTube. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, all the usual platforms. But yeah, that's us. Front Left.
Love,
Peace.
brothers.
Over and
Love.
out.
Pleasure.
Peace.
What's the Apple Music?
It's fine, man. We on Apple Music. Don't worry.